Hey guys, I'm Megan, and today you're watching Disney Channel. Okay, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing an unhaul, as you can tell by the title. So I think it's become pretty clear, pretty evident that my taste has changed the past few months. Now, I started this channel the end of November of last year, and that is when my reading tastes started changing a little bit because I started reading more horror. And I used to read primarily thriller. I was like a thriller queen. And I just have not been enjoying thrillers recently as much as I used to. I still love them. Certain thrillers, Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, perfection. You know, but a lot of like the mainstream popular thrillers I've just been sick of. And I've talked about it plenty of times on this channel. So when I was filming my TBR cart video where I showed you every single physical book on my TBR, it became quite evident to me that a lot of those books I didn't even want to read. So any kind of thriller that I showed in that video and I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, I'm getting rid of it. So I am going to show you, I think there's like 26 books here that I have gotten rid of or I'm getting rid of because I just can't stand to look at them anymore, because realistically I'm probably never gonna read them, and they were probably something that I picked up for like $2 at a used book sale, and I needed a little bit of serotonin that day, and this ended up happening. And realistically, I don't give a shit about any of these books. I also recently bought more books, so a haul will be coming soon. So we are getting rid of the old and bringing in the new me, the new Megan, the bitch that loves horror, the bitch that doesn't want to read mainstream thrillers anymore. It's like a new me. New year, new me. Okay, enough babbling here. I am going to start by showing you the 3 books that I already sold last week. I uploaded them on Pango and they sold like immediately. So those were The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. This book was absolute shit in comparison to The Silent Patient. The Silent Patient is one of my all-time favorite books, favorite thrillers. I love it. I recommend it to everyone. I've gotten like everyone in my life to read that book and they all loved it. It's amazing. Love it. This book, what the fuck was this? I am convinced that this was not the same author. There's just no way. The ending made absolutely no sense. The motive made absolutely no sense. The book, The Maidens, bitch, where? Where are the maidens? They're nowhere. They're nowhere to be found because they mention them once in this book and that's about it. Moving on, I also sold Bunny by Mona Awad, and I filmed an entire vlog about this book for, let me just move you over a little, for Spring Flingoween, and this book is shit. I fucking hated this book. If you want to hear my full thoughts, go check it out. I am going to be a bitch in this video today. So if you're new to my channel, you might be a little offended. If you are not new, this might be your favorite version of myself. You might have subscribed for bitchy Megan. So that's what we're getting today. This book was, it made absolutely no sense. It was just babbling nonsense and I hated it. I despise this book. Then the other book that I sold was We Need to Do Something by Max Booth III. This is a short horror novella about a family trapped in the bathroom during a tornado, I think it was. And I loved the premise of this, and I loved some of the like grotesque horror scenes in this book. However, it was just such an ambiguous book that didn't make sense to me. The ending made 0 sense and I just ended up not enjoying it because of that. Like, I feel like if it was wrapped up a little bit better, I would have liked it, but this one just didn't do it for me. yeah, I got rid of it. You guys didn't know, I only keep books that are like 4 or 5 stars. Like, I don't keep books that I don't enjoy. Like, there's no sense in keeping them on my shelf just sitting there. Like, I don't collect books that I don't enjoy. So yeah, next is The Couple Next Door by Sherry LaPena. This book I read, I enjoyed it. I gave it like 3 stars. It was an average thriller, but nothing that I want to like keep laying around for no reason. It's about a couple that leaves their baby next door with the neighbors while they hang out, and the baby goes missing. It kind of reminds me of Madeline McCann, that case. So I did enjoy this one. It was pretty good. The ending was really good, but it was like a 3.5 thriller, but nothing that I just want to like collect for no reason. Then this is The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. I don't really know anything about this book, and I haven't really heard good things, and I did not like The Younger Wife. There was just some weird things in that one, and I just, to be honest, don't really have an interest in reading this one. The Other Mrs. Miller by Allison Dixon. I have not read good reviews about this one. It's supposed to be like a bitch, I'm gonna snatch your life type thriller where this woman becomes like obsessed with another woman, and honestly, do I need to read this? Probably not. I have not really heard good things about any B.A. Paris book other than Behind Closed Doors, which I loved. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people tell me that this book sucks. Town by Karen Slaughter. I'm sorry, Karen, you're my queen. I love you. I love you, Karen. Hi. Hello, I love you. You're like, mwah, you're gorgeous, okay? This book, however, was not. I did not really enjoy it. I don't like cop books. It was just boring to me. Pretty as a Picture by Elizabeth Little. I have no fucking idea what this is about. Do I want to know? Not really. I feel like someone else might appreciate this one more than I will. Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile. I have zero interest in reading Agatha Christie. I have a feeling that I'm gonna absolutely hate her books because I don't care about clinical writing and clinical whodunit mysteries. I just feel like this would be absolute torture for me. Coping with Endometriosis. This is like a really old endometriosis book that I've never read, and honestly I feel like I am a seasoned professional expert on endometriosis, and like constantly reading book after book after book, it's kind of like, well, I already know all this information, so I don't think that this is going to be anything that I don't know, especially since it's so old. I feel like some of it is probably outdated, and yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like keep reading book after book after book of information that is already ingrained into my brain. I feel like maybe this would be good for someone that was like newly diagnosed with endometriosis, and maybe they will like this one. All these books, by the way, like either I sell them on Pango Books or I sell them to my local used bookstore, or I donate them, or I put them in like free book libraries. So yeah, that's how I will be discarding of these books. 8 Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson. I've had some people tell me that they loved this. I had some people tell me that they hated it. Honestly, I think we're all pretty much done with Peter Swanson at this point. He also spoils like 8 other books in this book, and I think we're all just tired of him. Like, I am so fucking over Peter Swanson and his bullshit. Like, I don't want the negativity in my living space. The Nesting by C.J. Cook. This is like some kind of haunting book. I heard it sucks, so I don't have an interest. My boyfriend's like, well, maybe some of these books you would like. You can't just go based off of like other people's opinions when they tell you that it sucks. And I'm like, actually I can, especially if it's McKay, and he's the one that told me that book sucked, so sorry. The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. this sounds like a mainstream thriller that I probably will not enjoy. The Breakdown by B.A. Paris. I heard that this sucks. The overwhelming majority of people told me that this one, no, I've heard horrible things. The Good Sister by Sally Hepworth. I did like this book. I enjoyed this one, but do I enjoy it enough to leave it like sitting around? Probably not. I don't know. Should I keep this? I don't know. I'm gonna sit and think about this one. Easiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. Why do I have this? I don't know. I'll probably never read it because, I mean, look at it. I feel like this is something I might have read when I was like 14. I don't know. Ruth Ware. Oh, Ruthie. Ruthie Ware. I do not usually enjoy Ruth Ware books. At best, they're maybe like a 3-star for me. I think Turn of the Key was like 3 stars at best. And I just don't, like, there's just something about her books, like, they don't excite me, they don't thrill me, they're just kind of boring, and I just end up not liking them. So, for that reason, I have 3 unread Ruth Ware books here: The Lying Game, One by One, and The Death of Mrs. Westaway. I feel like I will probably never read these. Every time I look at them on my cart, I feel like nauseous. Like, I just have no interest in reading these books at all because I usually do not like her books. So why would I put myself through the torture? I'm just gonna give them to someone that likes them. Next, Golden Girl by Ellen Hilderbrand. Why do I have this? I don't know. I found it in a free book library and I was like, oh, this might be like a good little contemporary book. No. I read horrible reviews about this book and it's going back into the fucking book library because someone probably left it there because they hated it. Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Do I think I will ever read this? Probably not. It's probably just gonna sit on my TBR card because, like, I just have never had the urge to pick this up. Night Film by Marisha Pessl. This was a DNF for me. It was very slow, very boring, and I just... maybe one day in the far future I will pick this book up again and try to read it. I just don't know if I want it sitting on my shelf right now collecting dust. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I might pick it up again, but probably not for a long time. I just don't know if I want the physical copy sitting here if I didn't really like it. I don't know. The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. This was like a 3-star for me. I don't think it was anything spectacular. It was quite boring and I found it hard to sit through. Like, I took like over 2 weeks to read this book and I just couldn't fully get into it, and I feel like Lucy Foley is not for me. I usually end up giving her books like 3 stars at best. So yeah. And last but not least, A Flicker in the Dark. This one was okay. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. It's good if you're like new to thrillers, you're a beginner, but it was just okay. And it was a little bit boring for me. And I just don't see myself ever picking this up again. So it is going bye-bye. Those are all the books that I am unhauling. It feels good to do a little spring cleaning. My TBR card, all my books fit on it. I know. New year, new me. What did I say? Springtime just brings out the best in me. My haul will be coming soon, and I will see you in another video.